Hi, I'm Brian Poole. I'm the tech coordinator here at National Trail. The video you're about to see is a parent introduction to ABRE, which is a new web communication platform that we're implementing here at National Trail. It doesn't replace anything that we're currently using like Moodle or Seesaw or any of the other websites. It's just a new landing spot that A, has links to all those other places, and B, has a place for us to be able to post announcements, for parents to more easily check their students' grades, to see previous tests that the students have taken as far as state-mandated testing, as well as being able to see learning plans like 504s and IEPs. So let's go ahead and go into the video that's been provided to us for parent orientation by ABRE.
Hello, parents and family members at the National Trail Local School District. My name is Chris Dam, and I am with ABRE. And today I'm going to give you a brief overview and a walkthrough of logging in as a family member to see your students' data and information inside of our system. But the website for your district is nationaltrail.abre.io. This will be the link that you will use in order to log in and to see access inside of ABRE. So once you do land on this, you're going to see the login screen. The first thing you'll need to do is you're going to need to sign in as a family member. So you're going to select that link. Next, there are three ways you can sign into ABRE. You can sign in with your personal Google account, your personal Facebook account, or your personal Microsoft account. You don't need to create a new account for ABRE. Again, you can sign in with one of these services.
I do want to point out here that you do have to have a Gmail, a Facebook, or a Microsoft account. If you don't currently have one of those, you'll need to make one. They're all free. And if you're not going to use Facebook, I would use Gmail or Microsoft account, but you do have to make one of those kind of accounts to access ABRE.
So the first thing you're going to notice is this large area here is going to be used for announcements. There's going to be some more communication coming out as far as how the district will utilize ABRE for announcements. But just as a quick overview, when the announcements do come out, you can select an announcement to read the announcement by clicking on either the title, the image card right here, or selecting the read button. So to do that, you're going to see here, again, I've just created a quick random test announcement, but this will give you an idea of how you can read the announcements. Of course, when you are done, you can select the X or closed to get out of that announcement. Next, and this is probably going to be the biggest thing you'll be doing, is adding students to your account. National Trail Local School District has emailed you a student token code. This token is what you will use to access your students' data inside of ABRE. So you're going to need to have that access token now with you. So go ahead and either get that from the email or maybe you've written it down somewhere, but this is that point where you're going to need that token in order to gain access to your student.
The example letter should look just like this. The only difference is that where it says first name, last name, token should be the first name, last name of your student. And where it says token is your actual token. On this, just copy and paste it right into that field that Chris is showing you. You will have an email for each student so that you'll have one just like this for each one of your students to be able to add their token and add them into ABRE.
So once you have that token on hand, you're going to notice up here in the right-hand corner of your screen, you have a plus button. Go ahead and select that plus button. This is where you will enter that student token. I'm going to go ahead and enter that token now. I have already done this. As you can see, I went ahead and just copied this and pasted it in. This student access token code is case sensitive. So we will need to type that in exactly how you get it. So if there's uppercase letters or lowercase letters, you'll need to make sure you type that in for an exact match. Once you enter that student access token, you're going to select verify to add this student to your account. Once I do that, you will see it will automatically load. This will now show under my students. Again, this student that I'm using here today is fictitious. Once you add your student, he or she will appear here. And a couple of things, if you have more than one student, right, you can only add one at a time, but just simply go up here, select the plus button again, enter that second or third or fourth token if applicable. And then again, select verify. And again, that student, he or she will now show up as a new card inside of ABRE. So once you add your student, or in this case, it may be students into ABRE, the next thing you can do is you can view their profile information. So go ahead and select that View Profile button. And once I do that as a family member here, so whether I'm a parent, whether I'm a guardian, I now have access to data regarding my student inside of ABRE. So you're going to see, of course, their picture. You'll see their name, their student ID number, their building location. You're going to see their student chips. So these are chips that we get from an internal system inside the district, but lets you know, if your student's on IIP, ELL, gifted, 504 status, their grade level, their birthday, and their gender. You can also see basic profile information. You can see their current schedule. You can see an advanced profile information. You can see their contact information for the district, including additional contacts if there are any. You can also see their attendance. So this is kind of a running record attendance. It's not going to be in real time. So if your son or daughter is absent today, it will show up tomorrow in ABRE. And again, this is more of a running record. You can also see their assessment scores. So these are our ABRE student profile tabs here. So you can notice we have quite a few, everything from assessments, behavior, all the way down to plans. So when you select the assessments tab, if there is any assessment data associated with your student, you will be able to view this from inside of ABRE. And again, this will vary depending on what assessment data we have for your district. So if there is assessment data we are getting, you will see that here. You can also click if there are assessment data cards here. If there's additional information, you can select View as well to view more data associated with that particular assessment card. We'll also come back. You can also see behavior information regarding your student. This is where you will see data from office referrals associated with your student or students within the district. Of course, if there isn't any information here, of course, this is going to be, there might not be any behavior information for your student inside of ABRE. You can also select grades. This is where you will see information regarding Moodle grades inside of ABRE. So you're going to see here the ABRE class, but again, you're going to see a little tab that'll say imported. And this is where you will be able to view imported grades from Moodle inside of ABRE. So you can always select that grades tab to see that data. A couple of things, and I'm sure Brian will explain this and the district will as well. These Moodle grades are not in real time. There is a bit of a delay, so we receive Moodle grades overnight. So there's a bit of delay there that you will see. The Forms and Partners tabs, these are two things that you can actually skip over. There will not be any data for your student in the district regarding their forms or their partners, but there may be, and I'm going to hit really quickly on this Plans tab. If there are plans information for your students, so student services plans, these may be located in ABRE as well. We work with the district and we've set up an integration with the Same Goal services, so the Same Goal student plans. So if there is plans for your student or students inside of ABRE, those will also be here for you to view. And you will be able to click on those plans and see that particular data.
Hi, I want to point out the plans tab here that he's talking about are student learning plans, specifically student IEPs and 504s that are done by the school and then loaded into ABRE so teachers and parents have access to those learning plans.
So just from the top very quickly, once you add your student via the plus button, you can view their profile information. You can also view their assessment scores by selecting the Assessments tab. You can view their behavior information by selecting Behavior. You can view their Moodle grades by selecting Grades. Forms and Partners we can skip over. And again, if applicable for your student, if they do have a plan, you're able to view their plan from inside of ABRE. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to National Trail at the district to happily answer those questions and or if need to reach out to us. We are excited to turn on family access for the district. And again, my name is Chris Dan with ABRE and I appreciate your time.